Hey, ambassadors, whether you're new here or you've been a part of our Plexus team for a while, I just wanted to welcome you to our new Ambassador Training 101. This is going to be an 8-week course set up into 8 different components. We're going to talk about different things that you can put into your Plexus toolkit, different things that maybe you already knew you had but had to learn how to use them better. Our goal here is to equip ourselves to be the best ambassadors we can be, to better equip our downlines and duplicate everything that we're going to learn here in the next 8 weeks. This course was designed by our Diamond Upline, Jen Hawkins, and she has put together some amazing slideshows for you guys over the next 8 weeks, and so we're going to break them down. You as an ambassador, if you joined in February or after of 2016, should receive one of these amazing success kits. This is one of the things we're going to go over today. If you don't have yours yet, it's okay, because we're just going to kind of go over what's inside of it, and when you do get your success kit, you can go ahead and rewatch this video and go through it at that point. So I'm going to share with you our slideshow, and the topics we're going to talk about today are the nuts and bolts of your Plexus business, basically that little success kit I just showed you, your why, understanding what that means and why it's important, having goals, having a plan, and of course the most important key of this puzzle, having belief. And so we're going to go through, and next few weeks I'm going to kind of show you what the first half of this 101 series looks like. We're going to be talking about products, sharing Plexus, getting over our fears, all of that, embracing your resources, learning how to use them, and then week 4 is we're going to talk about events and all of that sort of thing. So this is the first half of the Plexus 101 series, and we're going to go ahead and get started. And one of the things that you need is your Let's Get Started guide, which is this right here. This came in your success kit. So remember that box I showed you in the beginning, that is in there. And this is your go-to guide for whenever you need anything Plexus related, whether you're not sure how to answer a question, you're not sure who you should talk to, or you want a quick answer for something, this is what you want to do. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. And in my success guide, you'll see right here, you have my Plexus resource directory, and this is on page V, or page 5 in Roman numerals. And you're going to want to, when you get your Plexus email from corporate, go ahead and take note of your ambassador ID number, because that's very important. That's how Plexus knows who you are, and if you ever need to call customer service, you can validate who you are using that Plexus ID number. Your website, this is always going to be that myshopplexus.com. You want to write that down so you know where to send people to order or to join your team. And then your back office password. You wouldn't believe how many times people forget their password. And that's one of the things I can't look up for you. You have right here your sponsor. I'm assuming that you signed up under a good friend of yours, so you probably already know that information. But your sponsor is basically the person whose website you went to join Plexus. And then my nearest jewel upline. A jewel is anybody in Plexus that has achieved the rank of Emerald, Sapphire, or Diamond. And so maybe I am your nearest jewel upline, and maybe I'm not. Maybe you have Janelle or Stephanie or somebody else who is between me and you that is also either an Emerald, Sapphire, or Diamond. So if I am your nearest jewel upline, you can go ahead and put my name in there, and you can private message me from my phone number and email. I'm not going to give it out on here, but we're going to go through how to just equip ourselves and be successful. You have all of us on your side to help you, and it's so important to know who to reach out to and when to. Now, as much as I love Plexus, things are not always going to be perfect, and so whenever you need to call the office, there is on the next page this handy dandy awesome little like 411 kit. You know, you have ambassador relations, commissions, compliance. If you ever have any questions, not only do they have their hours, but the phone number and also their emails that you can email them to. So this is such a great tool for you to get started, which is why it's titled Let's Get You Started. So I'm going to go ahead back to our slideshow. And we went through kind of all of that. One of the things I do want to point out to you is our home office, Plexus Worldwide's office, is located in Arizona. And so if you're not in Arizona, you might have to look at what time zone and the different hours. Okay, so make sure you pay attention to that. Next slide is going over our back office. Now, when you sign on and you joined under your sponsor, you got an email from Plexus, and that is your personal website. So you're going to go to www.shopmyplexus.com, and then after, you're going to put a backslash and then your whatever your website name was. Most commonly, it's your first initial and your last name, but some people choose different usernames. Once you've set that up, you're going to set up your username and password. If you need help, reach out to myself or your nearest upline, and we can surely help you get logged on. When you log in your own personal back office, which is called your Evo, you're going to see this on the home page. You have training. I love that our corporate has provided us with training videos. So they've sort of showed you how to do a lot of the frequently asked questions and walk you through it. It's really neat. It's really important to watch these before getting frustrated or before going to your upline, because these can answer a lot of questions for you. One thing to remember is our back office is like our virtual office. You can access it anywhere. I do 99% of my business from my phone because I can just log on to this anywhere. Your back office is going to be where you're going to see your customer list, your ambassador list. You can place your own orders. You are going to find a whole bunch of multimedia learning, track your own sales, your team sales, and all of your team activity as far as rank advancements, who's joining your team, what levels, team growth. It's amazing. I love our back office and all the things that you can do with it. So if you're brand new and haven't played around in there, go ahead and play around and get familiar. And even if you're not new, some of the things I think that took me a while to get used to is Plexus Terminology. There are some phrases and words that we as Plexers use. One of them is PV. You're going to always see that, and that stands for personal volume. And this is the sales number, both your own personal sales and those of your customers, and that represents your personal volume. You're going to hear the word commission qualified or CQ. And there are three things that you need to remember. A lot of times we just think about one of these things, but it really is three things. And that's important for if you're trying to rank up to silver, because to be silver, you need 3 commission qualified ambassadors. So commission qualified means that you have $100 in PV, which is often given to you with your welcome pack if you're brand new. You have a back order selected, so you are an active Plexus ambassador, and you have your annual website of $34.95 paid. So again, you are an active member. Your backup order, and you'll often see it as auto qualification too for those of us that were here before October 1st switch over. Backup order or auto qualification, these are synonymous with one another, and the key thing here is to know the difference between conditional and non-conditional. These are very important to have in place because they tell Plexus that you are wanting to be paid, you are wanting to work this business, and that you are commission qualified. The default is conditional, which means that your back order is not going to send you any products, even though you may have set it to, let's say, backup order option 9, the triplex. That's what mine is. It's not going to process if I have over 100 PV. So right now I have over 100 PV. My backup order is not going to send me any products. I have to remember to go in and order them. If you want your products sent to you regardless of the amount of PV, you want to change that to unconditional. So that's something that if you need help, there's a video that can help you set that up and change it. You're going to hear the word downline. These are ambassadors underneath you, and they can go as far down as infinity. I have level 15 ambassadors. That means that they are 15 people removed from me. A level 1 is somebody you personally sign. A level 2 is somebody that they personally sign, and so on. Your upline is the person above you, so the person that you signed up underneath, and then the person they signed up under, and so on. Your jewel, like I said kind of earlier, a jewel is anybody that has reached emerald, sapphire, or diamond. These are the top 3 ranks in the company. And there are special privileges that you get as a jewel. So your ultimate big picture goal is to arrive at one of these ranks and destinations. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in other videos. But you need to know the difference between retail and preferred customer. Retail customers, one time it's not going to get shipped to them every month, and it also costs a little bit more. It costs 10% more than a preferred customer. They do get the money back guarantee, but a preferred customer, which is where we want to try to help people to order from, they not only get the 60-day money back guarantee, they get a 10% discount for ordering preferred, and they don't have to remember to order it every month. It's going to automatically send it to them every month, and it's very easy to cancel. And so I always tell people, like, you might as well go for it. Cheaper and 60-day money back guarantee. So a lot of people always ask, that's great, when do I get paid? Well, we get paid once a month for our monthly commissions, and what that includes is any rank achievement bonuses, so silver, gold, senior gold, all the way up. We get those paid on the 15th of every month. So coming up is March 15th. We will get paid for February. You're also going to include on there any of your preferred bonuses for having preferred customers, your 25 or 15% commission off all of your sales, and any bonus pools if you are a jewel, emerald, sapphire, diamond, we get extra bonuses. And then also you're going to receive on the 15th your pay points, which we'll talk a little bit more about later. You also get paid once a week. And these are called business building bonuses. This is when somebody joined your team, just like maybe you just joined. When you joined and you purchased a welcome pack, the person you signed up under got a business building bonus that following Friday of either $25 or $50. This goes up 4 levels. So if I sign up Jenna, and Jenna signs up Sally, and Sally signs up Susan, and Susan signs up Billy, I'm still going to get a business building bonus for all 4 of those people. So that's something really cool that Plexus does. All right, so let's get out that success kit that we talked about, this lovely box. If you haven't received it yet in the mail, that's okay. You can follow along. You can see from the picture some of the things that are in it. I'm not going to go over everything because I want you to be surprised too. The first thing that you're going to see in your success kit, I'm going to kind of share with you. When you open the success kit up, it's really cool. It's got a box and you can just open it up. And inside, you're going to see some awesome things. It's so full of information. You're going to first see this Let's Get You Started, which we talked about. This has 88 pages of pure goodness in it, and so you're not going to want to miss out on this. This is one of the things you really want to open first, and you're going to want to look over. But the very first thing you're going to want to open is actually this, the Quick Start Guide. This is kind of the Cliff Notes version of the Let's Get You Started. This is going to just give you a really quick layout of the things that you need to do quickly. The first 10 things you should do as an ambassador, and it gives you a little checklist. So these are really neat. I love these. In your success guide are these product guides, which is in a protective sleeve, so you can take these, keep them in your purse if you want, or if you're going to meet with a friend and they're asking you questions and you may not know about the products yet, Plexus has included this to help you learn. So inside, you're going to notice that each product is on a card, and it tells a little bit about it, the guidelines for use, and then on the back, you're going to see how maybe some things you could say to help people that you're talking about. And you're also going to say some things that maybe it might pair with other products. The coolest thing I think about this, though, is that it has the product pricing guide. I don't know about you, but I can't remember all of the prices on here, and so it's got front, back, all the combos that Plexus offers. It has the retail preferred and the wholesale price, so that you can show your friend and you can guide them to what avenue would be the best for them. The next thing is this Learn to Earn, which is really neat because as a new Plexus ambassador, or maybe you're not quite new, but you're ready to just dive in and get started, you don't know everything, and you know what? It's okay, because you are going to learn to earn. This is going to kind of give you a guide as to ways you can do it. All 11 ways that you get paid are in here, and it's going to show you in depth about our compensation plan. There are some other surprises in that kit, but I'm going to let you wait until you get your own success kit to figure out what other little secrets are in this success kit for you. So now that we've gone over our success kit and what to do, we're going to go on to the next part of this training, and that is your why. Your why is something that is so important, because this is what's going to compel you forward when you feel discouraged, and it's going to be the one thing that you want to continually revisit. I'm going to move my picture down a little bit. Your why is something that you need to really think about, because people are not going to buy what you're doing. They're not going to buy specifically the products. They don't know about them, but they're going to buy into why you're doing it. Why did you join this opportunity? Why did you start these products? What have they done for you? You may not have a passion yet for these products, or even the opportunity. If you just started, maybe you haven't seen the power and potential of the comp plan, but you do have a passion as to why you are here. So you need to sort of sit down and identify why. Keeping all of this at the forefront of your mind, write it down and post it. I always put post-it notes everywhere. Post it somewhere that you're going to see this and be reminded. I want you to do me a favor and dream big. Don't put this opportunity in a box. Don't dream small, dream huge, something way out of your comfort zone, and know your purpose for working this business. Are you working this to become a stay-at-home mom, bring your husband home, less hours at work, provide for your family, bring food on the table? Do you have health issues that you need help with that Plexus is helping you do? Your why is going to keep you focused on this business. This is going to maybe change as you're an ambassador. You're going to share from the very beginning of this journey. If you just joined today, you have a reason for being here. You can share it. It might change in 2 years when you're still here, and that's okay. So we're going to keep on sharing with our why. The next thing that we're going to talk about is goals. Goals are so very important if you want to make a business out of this, because without a vision or a direction to where you're going to go, you're not going to get there. It's so important to make a dream board. What are the huge things that you want to dream? And you need to write them down or create it on Pinterest or some sort of scrapbooking thing where you can revisit it and see it. These goals, though, should align with your why. If your goal is to have a stay at home, be home with your family, then your why should be doing Plexus to create that income. It's important, though, to not have such huge goals without steps to get there. What we call these are short and long-term goals, where your short-term goals help you achieve the long-term goals. So you're going to write them down, but it's important to make smart goals. The whole purpose of this Plexus business is to work smarter and not harder. So you want to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So S, specific, means that you are going to want to be silver by some time this month, or I want to be silver in 2 weeks. I want to have 500 PV by the end of this month. Those are very specific goals. They're also measurable. And by measurable, I mean they need to be attainable as well. Somebody saying, if they joined today and saying, I want to be diamond by next month. That's a great goal to be diamond, but putting it at next month is not attainable and going to set you up for failure. So you want to make sure that your goals are easy, within reach, and relevant. What are you striving for? And then time bound. By putting a timeline on this, it motivates you to work a little bit harder. So saying, I would love to be silver in 2 weeks. I would love to be gold by this date. And instead of saying I would love to be, I want you all to say I am. I am silver by the end of the month. I am going to have 500 PV. I am going to be emerald by July 31st. I am going to be emerald by the end of this year, by the end of December. Get with your sponsor and tell them these goals, because helping hold each other accountable is going to help you, and they can help work with you to achieve these goals. When you're saying I am, it kind of puts that in your mind that not only can you do it, but you're going to achieve it. It doesn't create this I'm going to try, which oftentimes leads us to be lazy. So get with your sponsor at the end of this, and I want you to really ask about what are some good goals if you don't have any idea. So here are some examples. I'm going to talk about, if you're brand new, a good first short-term goal, and this is just average ambassador. You've signed up. If you're not silver yet, even if you're not new, this is a great first goal. And I'm going to show you kind of the math behind this and why we always tell our people, go silver. Going silver means that you personally find 3 people to join your team. And a second goal to tag on to that is achieve 500 PV. The reason why we're always pushing people to achieve 500 PV is because you get 25% commission at 500 plus PV. These are very doable goals, whether you signed up at the beginning of the month or the middle of the month. If you signed up the last day of the month, these are great goals to have that next month. So achieving these goals, what does this mean financially? This means that if you're a brand new ambassador, your first check could have a payout of $275 or more. And that's with no preferred customers here. If you have preferred customers, it's going to yield you more because of the bonuses. So here's how we come up with that number. Each new ambassador that you sign is going to give you that $25 business building bonus. Remember, I said you could have $50. So these are people that are buying the smaller welcome pack. So you need 3 of them to turn silver. So just those 3 people joining you gives you $75. If you're not already a silver ambassador, when you sign those 3 people, if they've purchased a welcome pack and have their auto qualification on or their backup order, they are commission qualified, which means you will be a silver ambassador. As a silver ambassador, you get a one-time achievement bonus of $100 on your commissions check. So here's where the second goal comes into play, that achieve 500 PV. Remember, anything from 100 to 499 PV is going to give you 15%. So you want to strive to have 500 PV. That is going to give you that 25% commission. So let's say that you're only going to achieve 500. You're going to hit the bare minimum. That 500 PV, you have that $100 off of your initial 500 because Plexus keeps that first 100. So that would yield you another $100. That's where we come up with 275. That's a minimum. So that's a great first goal to have. If you're brand new or you have brand new ambassadors on your team, this is what we try to strive to tell them. So what if you're here and you're like, that's great, but I can do better. I want more. I want to explode in this business. You see the potential and you want to just start that momentum. Well, that is why we have an also aggressive plan. This is where we tell those people that maybe they've sat on the fence and they're ready to just grow this business. They have friends that are ready to jump in. They're influential people, so we tell them, go fast start gold. That means that you first are going to go silver, 3 ambassadors, but you're going to keep training your team to do that. It's called the power of 3. If in your first 30 days you sign 20 ambassadors who are levels 1 through 3, and they all have bought a welcome pack and have their backup order selected, then you are what's called a fast start gold. That means your bonuses double. We also want to throw in that second goal still, achieve 500 PV. That should always be a minimum every month. So what's the difference? Now, in the short-term goal, we talked about $275. By taking this aggressive short-term goal, that means that you're going to now have $783.33. That's a huge difference, you guys. So what does this look like broken down? Well, if you have 20 ambassadors, levels 1 through 3, and we're going to kind of average them out, okay? So your first level ambassador, you get $25. Your second level, you get, I believe it's $12.50. So we're going to kind of average that. An average is about $16.67 per new ambassador. Obviously, this could be higher if you personally sign 20 people. So this is why I'm saying it's an average. But in business building bonuses alone, those 20 people that join your team in that first 30 days is going to net you $333.33. That is pretty life-changing in its own. But not only do you get that, but you get the $100 for going silver. And when you turn gold, you get $250. Now, when you do fast start gold, you get it doubled. So because these people are joining your team and they're not actually buying over their welcome pack, you may have some. We call these mock points. They're awarded in the first 30 days just if your team is growing so fast, okay? This only happens in the first 30 days. So once these ambassadors, the next month, actually sell or buy $100 over their welcome pack, or in the next month they buy or sell their $100, you will receive actual points, and that's where you will get those bonuses paid again. So you'll get them double. So the next part was the commissions. Achieving $500. Remember, we're setting that minimum bar. Just achieving that $500 Remember, you get paid on the 400. That is another $100 check. So altogether, that's a pretty significant check right there, $783. So you can get with your sponsor or your nearest jewel upline, and if this is something you want to do, we can definitely make a plan to do this. We've had many people do it. Even attempting to do it gives them that momentum to grow their business. So definitely something to think about. So what does all of this mean? We talked about making goals and then creating a plan, because planning is essential and key to growing your business. You can have an idea, but a failure to plan is a plan to fail. And that is so true, because you can have it all up here in your head, you can have it written down on sticky notes, but until you actually plan out how this is going to take action, nothing's going to happen. Your plan needs to align with your goals. Take a look at your goals, take a look at what you want. If your goal is to go fast, start gold, then it's not going to happen just lackadaisically surfing Facebook and not reaching out to people. You are going to have to make those initial contacts with people. You're not going to have to wait for them to contact you. So take a look at your goals. Take a look at your comfort zone. So here are some ideas, and we're going to talk a little bit more about them in a few of the other sessions. So the very first thing I did when I joined, I went silver in 4 days. And the key to doing that was right after I joined and hit submit, and I got my confirmation email, I posted on Facebook. I was so excited about the potential with Plexus. I had not made any money. I had not, I didn't have any products. In fact, I think I only tried one Plexus Slim, but I saw the potential with the comp plan. And so I immediately posted on Facebook something like, I'm so excited for my new Plexus journey. I can't wait to tell you how it's going to change our life. I had no idea how it was going to change our life. I just knew that it was going to. I had faith in the comp plan. I had faith in my upline, and I just believed in the company that it was going to happen. And so sharing that excitement, of course, my friends would ask questions and want to know more. And so that is a really easy way to get started. Becoming a product of the product is essential. If you're an ambassador and you're not ordering your own products, you can't promote this business. I really had no intention of being on the products. I was happy with how I looked. I was happy with how I felt, but I didn't realize how bad I felt. I didn't realize how much I needed these products until I started taking them. Our family takes every one of the Plexus products. We're all on them, and we all have different side effects with them as far as good side effects. And I would not know these had we not taken them. I wouldn't be sharing with Facebook or my friends as much as I had because I had no experience with them. So it's really important that you are taking your Plexus products and you're being a product of a product. You cannot promote this if you don't know anything about it or the effects of it. You need to start building belief, and we're going to talk about belief in a little bit. So I'm not going to go into too much depth about that, but I do want you to know that this is the best company to ever work for, to ever be a part of, and the products are non-comparable to anybody. And if you don't believe that, it's going to be very hard for you to grow your business. When we talk about making your Franks list, we're also going to talk about this a little bit later as well. Franks basically is a way to organize your contacts and people you know into a workable manner. You have your friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors. I don't remember what K is, and I don't remember what S is, but basically you're working from your really tight circle of friends outward and eventually getting to strangers, which is what the S is. And we're going to talk about those a little bit later. But it is very important. You're going to need to talk to people. There are plenty of people that are very successful with Plexus that are introverts, so don't let that stop you. Don't let that be an excuse to not talk to people. It's very important to rely on the help of your up and down line to help you get started. People may not support you in the beginning, but that's okay, and it will be okay. And we'll talk more about that in a few slides here. One of the cool things that's been going around is having a business launch event. Now, I was turned off by Plexus at the very, very beginning before I started because I had a friend who did Tupperware, and I was not into having parties or having a room devoted for inventory. And I just, when I heard the launch party, that's what I thought of kind of having a table with all these products everywhere and learning about all these things to present this to my friends. But that really wasn't what it is. Technology is so amazing. You can have a launch party online. You can do it from your computer. You can do it on Zoom, which is what I'm recording this with. You can have it in person. You can do it at somebody's house. You can have a bigger meeting. It's totally up to you. But letting your friends and family know that this is what you're doing and inviting them in is really great, and it oftentimes serves as a huge springboard for momentum. And lastly, this is not just something that is a hobby like scrapbooking. This is something that is very easily your career. You are your own CEO. And as a CEO, you need to not only act like it, but present yourself like it. So that means you need to order business cards. You can give them to people as you meet them. I gave a friend of ours one. They wanted more information, and gave them my card, and then I friended them on Facebook, and now we're friends. You can give out product sample cards. I always carry sample packs of body cream and ease because it's very easy to give out. And a lot of times that is something people are looking for, is to try the products first. So those are things you want to think about doing as well. So I talked to you about what a Frank's list was briefly, and here is the detailed list of what Frank's is. And I don't want you to get overwhelmed with this list. You don't have to sit down and write down all 100 people right now. Just maybe take 60 seconds and first jot down anybody that you can think of, and then maybe the next day think about relatives and take another 60 seconds. And then maybe on another day, think about people you know through these people so you can break it down. But the key to this business is relationships. It's about contacting and communicating and building relationships through these people we know. And so we have products and a business opportunity that can change their lives. So don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid to talk to them. If I had a friend or a relative that needed a new job, or they lost their job, you better believe I'm going to talk to them about Plexus, because I have something that can help them. And I would really be doing them a disservice if I kept it to myself. You are not selling something. That's a very hard mind shift to get out of, and we really need to focus on overcoming that. If that's what you're thinking is, I'm selling people this pink drink, you're not selling them anything. These people a lot of times need this. You have the opportunity to change their lives by sharing, and so we need to remember that. That is the key here. How aggressive you are with this sharing and contacting people is going to align with how aggressive your goals are. If you're wanting to go fast start gold, you should have a long list. You should be starting to contact them and really getting out of your comfort zone to meet these people and talk to them. I want you to think about, though, if you're here and you're like, I really don't want to build a business, I just wanted to get my products as wholesale, or I just wanted to make enough to cover the cost of my own products. I don't want you to be overwhelmed, because even if you have no intention of going to Diamond or Emerald or anywhere, you still have friends that you're going to come in contact with, or people that you're going to hear them saying how they're tired of being sick and tired, and you're going to think, I have something that can help you. So even though you may not want to pursue this business-wise, just remember you do have something that can help people. So don't be overwhelmed. It may be something that later on you decide to grow faster, or maybe you're just content being a wholesale buyer. It's okay. So as you get down your names on your Franks list, some things that you want to remember are, first of all, your list is never going to stop growing. You're going to continually add people. You're going to continually meet people. You're going to continually find people that are going to either need our products or need our opportunity. You're going to always analyze your list and move people up your list in priority, or maybe you've talked to people and they're saying not yet, so you're going to kind of move them down. And then as you hear people talk, you're going to fine tune, this person needs our products for their pre-diabetes. This person needs our opportunity. I need to share with them the opportunity side. Or this person needs pain management. So you're going to try to organize your people into categories to better share with them. You're going to start reaching out and sharing, but you need to be excited. If you're that person who's like, hey, I just started Plexus and it's really cool, you should really try it. It's not really excited, but if you maybe take it like, I heard you talking the other day about having joint pain, and I just wanted you to know I just started this Plexus business, and we have some products that could help. Would you like me to send you some more information? If they say no, it's okay. They're not rejecting you. And a no does not always mean a no. It a lot of times means not right now, or maybe we need to ask more questions like, oh, well, that's all right. Is there a reason why you said no? Or maybe judging by the way that they said no, you can know whether to ask further questions or to just wait for a while. You need to remember to detach emotions. So especially with family and friends, it's very hard to sometimes feel hurt when they don't want to support your business. Remember, it's okay. They're not rejecting you. They just may not be ready, or maybe they're going to be your emotional supporters, and that's all right too. So just keep that in mind, that a no is not always a no. All right? Your Franks list needs to keep growing. So that's one of your assignments. In the last section here, we're going to talk about belief. And I had said to you earlier that people may not support you in the beginning, and it's okay. I had people tell me when I joined Plexus, good luck with that. It's a network marketing scam. You're not going to go anywhere. They basically already committed me to failure. I'm not going to be successful. It's like any other business that they had tried, and they're just going to watch me fail. And sometimes it was very hurtful because I wanted my friends to support me, but I also had to look at it, you know what, I believe in this company and this compensation is different. They didn't try this, and so they don't know. They're basing their opinion on something else that maybe they failed at. And so I was not even successful. I had just started when a lot of these people said these things to me. And so you have to really remember, and I love this quote. It's by Tamara Holloway, who's one of our Diamond Ambassadors, and it is in your success kit. And it says, belief doesn't come from success. Success comes from belief. And that is so true. When you have belief in this company, in our products, in our compensation plan, in your upline and in your downline, you are going to the top. If you start doubting the compensation plan, if you start doubting your own abilities, if you start doubting your team or the products, maybe it didn't work for somebody because they didn't take the products right, but you start doubting, do the products work? these products work. They have been tested over and over again. If you use them as directed, they work. It's like I always tell my customers, you're not going to see results with it sitting on the shelf, because I have had many people tell me Plexus just doesn't work for them, yet the products never moved from their shelf. They never took them. So of course they're not going to work. I could easily say, oh man, what did I do wrong? Our products are not working. Oh, this is not the job for me. But I know our products work. And so you can go back and tell those people, are you taking them correctly? Let's troubleshoot together. When you have that belief, you are going to the top. Our last thing is taking our everything we've learned, all of these nuggets, and sort of, what do we do now? You've had probably a lot of notes, or maybe you're feeling overwhelmed and you're going to want to re-watch this. It's okay. This is a starting point, and I know it's a lot to handle. It's the most we're going to have in a video. So what I want you to do is take the next week, the next 7 days, starting today, and I want you to think about these following things in the nooks and crannies of your life. This job can be a part-time job or a full-time job. It just cannot be a sometime job. When I started Plexus, my children were ages 1 to 7, and I have 5 kids between those ages. I was a high school math teacher, a volleyball coach, and I tutored on the side, and my husband worked 60 hours a week, 6 days a week. I didn't have a lot of time to do this, but I had little nooks and crannies here and there, 5 to 10 minutes every day. So your homework is to watch 1 to 2 opportunity calls every day, and I want you to watch 1 diamond documentary each day. So maybe go on YouTube and figure out what diamond documentary you want to watch. These are very crucial in sending them to prospects. If you have somebody that's a homeschool mom, they have diamond documentaries featuring homeschool mamas. If you have somebody that is maybe a teacher, there are some diamonds that were teachers. And so these are all on the YouTube channel of Plexus Worldwide. And then the other thing I want you to do is to really write down, what are you doing? Are you listening and watching? How much time are you spending doing these? And what does that look like? Because a lot of people will say, oh, I'm doing Plexus every day, when they're really trolling Facebook for 30 minutes and doing Plexus for 5 minutes. And they're saying, I worked Plexus for 40 minutes, when really it wasn't like that. So I want you to really focus on, what are you doing? And then we have opportunity calls every Wednesday that Plexus puts out. And so you can invite potential to these calls. I want you to take a listen to a couple of them. And then keep an idea of the testimonials you'll come across, either in the diamond documentaries, or just on Facebook, or talking to other Plexus ambassadors. Not everybody that does Plexus does it for weight loss, and so there are so many things that you can use these testimonials for. And then as you're watching these diamond documentaries, I want you to kind of categorize them as you're watching them. We have an example here with Sarah Marble, who was a nurse who retired to be a stay-at-home mom. So maybe you have some friends in the medical industry that can relate to her story. Or Cheyenne Weeble, who was a kindergarten teacher who retired herself and her husband, and now has financial freedom to commute to Vietnam to see their future adopted daughter. So you can use that to show people who are teachers, or who have the desire to bring their husband home, or less hours, or even who have a calling to adoption. And so there's many avenues you can use these diamond documentaries for. So that is your homework for this next week. I thank you all so much for joining us on week 1 of our Ambassador Plexus 101. I hope that you'll join me next week to talk about Plexus 101 Part too. And make sure if you have any questions, you feel free to reach out to myself or your upline, and we will help get you started and answer any questions you may have. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.